Now, right, Leo, bit of a strange reading. First of all, I want to say to everybody, thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for all the messages I've been getting. You know, the people that have been watching my daily videos, people that have bought readings. You know, I'm literally blown away with the response after I done last month's. You know, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is like massively, massively appreciated. Now, Leo, why I said that this is strange, and I can see this as I'm actually doing this on the camera. Your reading's a little bit odd, right? And as I've tried to do these, I've done nearly all of the star signs. But when I've come to yours, I'm realizing I'm a little bit out of sync here. Now, I've tried to fix it technically, and I don't know how to, so I'm just going to have to go with it. But I really feel this is you. Sorry, Leo, you know, but I really feel that you are a little out of sync, a little disconnected, a little out of joint this month. And what I'm getting here is I'm feeling that there's quite a bit of confusion, bit of a head mess around you. So it's you're thinking one thing, then thinking another thing. You're waiting for something to happen and then nothing's happening. And it's just being a little bit scattered and a little bit all over the place, Leo. Now, I do feel that your energy is off. I really do. And I feel that this has been a sort of 4 month, what are we into the 3rd month? So this is probably since about December. So, you know, this is what they're talking about. And I really feel that you need to feel powerful again. It's like you've been a little bit off balance from then. And I don't really think you've been doing anything to actually get this back into balance again. So all you've been doing is just going all this head stuff. Now, it's quite strange because Cancer was a little bit like that as well. What I'm feeling here and what I'm seeing for this month, Leo, is I feel there's something that you don't want to see. It's like it's staring you in the face and you just don't want to address it. You know, it's like I say, it's a little bit ostrich syndrome. If I just pretend it's not there, then it'll disappear. That's not going to happen, Leo. You know, I'm sorry, you know, this isn't an ideal world and that is not going to happen with you. And I really feel you're storing stuff as well. So I don't know whether this is like ammunition or what, but it's like I'm seeing you getting all of this stuff stored, you know, so that you can use it at a later date as well, you know, which is, it's like I say, you know, if you're thinking about being tricky or sneaky, and be prepared because karma gives us what we give out, you know. Now, what I want to say as well, Leo, when I'm looking at these cards, I feel that you still have one foot in the past in some way. And I feel that this is connected to somebody from your past. I do feel this is on an emotional level. But what I feel is you may have one foot in the past and one foot in the future. Now, right, okay, I'm just going to come out with what I'm getting here. I feel that there could be somebody else around you. So I'm getting two energies either side. And it's like, you know, you have your toes dipped in each one. And what's going to happen is, like I say, if you think, I mean, you just imagine, I always remember once I went on a boat in a park near us, and I went to get on the boat, and the boat's starting to move away, and I was still on the shore, and it was like, right, what do I do? And I ended up falling in. And this is what I think could happen to you, Leo. I really, really do. Now, I know this about going forward. There's a little bit of trepidation. I don't think you're 100% sure. But I don't think you're sure about, you know, the going back neither. So it's like, I feel that your heart is forward. And what I want to say is if you don't actually make this decision, because it's not going to go away, this is what I'm saying. If you don't make this decision, I feel you're going to fall in the water. So, you know, yeah, it's like I say, there's a decision needed to be made. Otherwise, you're going to end up a bit wet and, I don't know, not it's going to come back to you if that makes sense. So what I feel this month is very about you, Leo. What it's saying for you this month is I really feel this is about choices. This is about sorting out what it is you do want. It's about seeing what's real and seeing what's not real, seeing what you're clinging out onto, and seeing what you're hoping for, and actually differentiating between the two. Now, the Osho card that I pulled for you is Inner Voice here, and I really want you to listen to your inner voice, not your ego, because I do feel there's a lot of ego around you this month, Leo, and your ego is about winning, and your ego is about coming out on top. Your ego is about attacking or stuff like that. Your ego is your false friend. Your soul is your real friend, and your soul, I feel, is guiding you in which direction to go. So please listen to your soul, because you're listening to your ego and you're putting up this fight. This is what I'm seeing. It seems to be this fight. There's a not giving in, and not wanting to see that you haven't won sort of thing, wanting to be a survivor. They're showing me a cockroach here for some reason. And if we think, they say that after a nuclear bomb, the only thing that survives would be the cockroach, but you don't want to be crawling along the floor like this horrible little insect, do you? It's not about this. And what this is doing is this is wearing you out. Life is not a fight, life is not about winning. It's more important to be happy than it is to be right. So I really feel that this month, Leo, this is about letting something go that is no longer serving you. I do feel that there's something there on the sidelines for you as well, and whether you want to grasp onto that, if you want, that is fine, but this is about actually letting something go. And I really feel I want to say to you here as well, Leo, please don't let your ego get the better of you, because I'm seeing so much ego coming in here and it's not serving you. Now this could be gossiping, this could be I feel like you're using the power of your words in the wrong way. Now, within the 4 agreements, what they say is use the power of your words in the direction of truth and light only, and truth and love only, So if you've got nothing nice to say, then please don't say it, Leo, because these cutting words that I feel that you could be saying could actually come back to cut you. There's a lot of karmic stuff within this, Leo, and I'm sorry about this, but it's whatever you put out in that world, you get it back threefold. So, don't come crying when this happens. So really, please try and curb your ego. Now, there's a fantastic book called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. This explains a lot of the ego, and it explains that we have a pain body, and our pain body, it hangs on to victim mode, and it hangs on to attack mode, and and it basically makes us fight, which is what I'm seeing in here. But this is wearing you out, and it's not serving you. So bring the balance in, and if something needs to be left behind, let it go. Don't cling. When you are clinging to something, Leo, this means it's already gone. It's not yours. So please, this is sort of about going into your future, and not fighting for something that you don't want even, because this is all just this is power struggle with ego here. And I feel you're being torn in 2 different directions. But if you listen to your inner voice, this will tell you which way to go. There's a lot of the signs this month have all been about going forward. And I think we've just had the solar eclipse. There's very powerful energies at the moment. And what they're saying here is I really feel there's a little bit slyness, and I feel like there might be a few games being played, Leo, and and I want to say to you, it's childish. If you feel that you are actually engaged in anything that you think is childish, then let it go. It doesn't become you. This is about actually telling the truth, and telling the truth to yourself, and this will bring the balance in as well, because changes are needing to be made here, and the changes are happening whether you're trying to hold them back or not. And the thing is, it's like all you are doing is keeping yourself in this prison, but this is self-imposed. So you may be playing the victim a little bit, but this is, you can walk away from that at any time. You just don't want to let go. So it's actually about looking towards your future. You are not happy with things how they are, Leo. So like I say, move on here, take control of your life. This is it, about what you want. This isn't about other people. You are at a point now, I feel, and this is coming in this month, where it's about, where do you want to be in your future? Do you still want to be in this little limbo land, in 6 months' time? If you do, then great, carry on doing what you're doing. But if you don't, then this is when you actually need to start laying solid foundations for the future. And I really feel that there's a lot of soul searching to be done here, Leo, as well. And I feel this is about you going internally. Now, I know Leos don't like to do that, but this is about you. Leo's like the front, but this is going internal. You will find your answers internally, not externally here, and you will know the answer within you, because this is why we're getting the inner voice, and this is where you will get clarity as well. So I feel there's a lot of clarity coming. And I know, like I say, Leo, you're the lion, you like to sort of get your strength out there, and you are strong, but use your strength in the direction to move you forward, not to fight against somebody else, because it's just futile, So like I say, it's just deciding whether you are going to put this baggage down from the past and go forward, so you have a foot in each, and it's about actually going in each. Now, like I say, I do see somebody sort of on the sidelines. I don't feel this is a solid committed thing yet, but I do feel it has the potential to be. And I feel that this person is looking forward to the future as well. So whatever is new there, I feel that it has great potential as well, I feel that this will help you get over whatever you're feeling, this pain, because I feel this ego-based stuff that is coming up around you, I feel it is coming from a place of hurt or a place of fear, more than anything, because when we are coming from a place of love, this is when things flow. When we are coming from a place of fear, this is when we want to attack or whatever, and I really feel there's an element of hurt here and fear around you. It's like, because I know that you're strong, Leo, but what this is saying is like, it's sometimes okay to say that you need help, or it's sometimes okay to say that, you are struggling a little bit, rather than attack it. I feel, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And like I say, when I'm looking here, I'm just feeling there's sort of dark thoughts coming over you, and you're looking at what you could lose, what you will lose, or whatever, but look at what you can gain here. It's like, I'm seeing like a little kid that doesn't want to share their sweets, even though they don't like them, but it's like, no, they're mine. And it's like, give them away. It's in giving that we receive back. And all you are doing here is keeping yourself locked in this cycle, which isn't very good. And you're using your energy to project in the wrong ways. Use this energy for yourself. Use this energy to get yourself fighting fit. Use your energy to get excited for the future and what it brings, because like I say, you're putting on this role to everybody in sight, but inside you're sitting there and you're like this wounded, like scared little girl, and that is okay. It is fine to be vulnerable. To show that you are vulnerable is actually a sign of strength. So please, Leo, be a little bit more gentle on yourself. You are your own worst enemy with this. Now, like I say, I sorry, Leo, these cards this month. I mean, what I feel here is I feel that there is change needed, massive changes, but I feel that you're scared to make these changes, okay? Now, what happens is when something needs to change and we don't do it, the universe gets sick of it, giving us all the signs. So what it does is it comes along, and this is when we get the tower moment. And the tower moment is when something comes out of the blue, it completely crashes our world around, turns our world in our head, and we're standing going, shit, what's going on? But them changes are necessary changes. The universe never takes anything away from you without giving you better back. And like I say, there's good coming for you. It's there. It's on the sidelines, Leo, you know. So this is like a new life. We've got the death card there, you know. This is it. Allow what is dead to go, you know, and allow this to be a new beginning and a new rebirth as well, you know, because this is a complete transformation that's coming. Sorry, that's keep knocking there. And it's like, you know, opportunity knocks for you as well, I feel. And this is when you feel secure within yourself, I think this fear will go. And then as we're coming into the end of the month, Leo, I'm seeing you feeling a lot happier. I'm seeing celebrations here, but I'm seeing these celebrations around friends. You know, it's about going out. It's about having fun. It's about letting go of all these negative energies that you have, these negative thoughts, these, you know, this ego-based stuff that's around you, you know, and becoming more connected again. Because like I say, this whole reading is just disjointed, and I know that I'm coming across disjointed on the video as well, because it's like stop and start, you know. It's a bit like Max Headroom. Can you remember Max Headroom? It's a bit like that. But I do see towards the end of the month, this is when you're going to have this wake-up call. This is when you're going to realize, right, okay, I've got to do what I've got to do, you know, and this is when you will find contentment as well. Now, what I want to say here is I do feel that there may be some of you, Leo, that are actually looking at moving home or making some changes around the home as well. And I feel that's coming towards the end of the month. It may not be something that you want to do, but I feel here that the advice that is coming, like the sensible advice, you know, again, like I said about clinging, you know, don't cling to something. You know, you don't need external securities to make you feel secure. This, you know, once you feel secure within yourself, because, you know, we're getting the devil card. This is you self-sabotaging again, Leo. So please, you know, it's all getting sorted. You know, you need to be the fool. You need to take that leap of faith. And once you jump, the net will appear, you know. So, yeah, you know, Leo, please, this is about you being happy within yourself. You know, stop fighting, you know, take them boxing gloves off. If there is hurt there, allow this hurt to allow yourself to feel this hurt. And once you start feeling it and addressing it, this is when you this is your first step to healing, you know. Now I want to say here that finances are looking very good for you as well, you know, so don't worry about that. But there's new beginnings here for you, Leo, but only if you let go of clinging and actually sort of move forward, you know. Stop fighting, put your swords down, you know. You can have the life that you want, but it's just, you know, be very clear on what you're wishing for, because I feel what you may be wishing for in the beginning of the month is something that is just going to leave you empty again. You know, you want to be full up and you want, this is what you deserve, you know. But so this is like learning a new way to be, you know, and actually charging forward into the future, you know. Unblock your heart. Take this blindfold off, you know. If something's over, let it go, you know. This is pointless for fighting. And actually, you know, this is when you will cut through all your problems, and this is when you will find that your life gets easier, you know. What they're bringing in here, and I'm sorry, it's you know, when I've looked at, like I say, this gossip or whatever, you know, and I said you get back what you're giving, you know. If you were doing shady little stuff yourself and storing stuff away, like we said, you know, then you are going to be suspicious of other people as well, you know. So it's like, you know, look at your own actions. I feel here, I feel maybe a break away is needed, just to recharge and get your energy back. And like I say, I feel there's decisions to be made this month, Leo. What I want to say to you is you will be secure either way with this, you know. And they're talking here about winning, and it's, you know, is winning keeping your life in limbo like this, or is winning actually being able to move forward? Because, you know, it was Wayne Dyer that said, is it more important to be happy, or is it more important to be right? You know, and that's the question I feel that you need to ask yourself this month, Leo. So sorry, I feel like I've been a little bit harsh on you there, but this is what I've got to give what I've got to give. But listen to that inner voice, you know, drown that ego out, and I feel you will get your answers there. You know, it's like I say, it's pointless digging your heels in just for the hell of it, you know.